Yeah, dude, back in the days people complained about Innovate Shinvel Yeti, which actually costed 2 resources. Druid was running out of cards. Except you drew Ancient of Lore. Ancient of Lore was the most broken card draw card. It's the same with this card. You know, when I said that this card has to get nerfed, when I read the tooltip, I didn't even play the card. And now, here we are, 2 months later, the card was nerfed. It's still not balanced properly, but it was nerfed. Like, I only read the tooltip, guys. It took me 2 seconds. Because it doesn't fit this card for 8 mana, how it was designed and implemented into the game. It clearly has no place in the game. I didn't even have to play her to see that. It's that obvious. And here we are 2 months later. After like, I don't know how many games of sample size and Grandmaster tournament. Millions of open cards, not millions, but hundreds of open cups being ruined. This is what you guys don't see. Hundreds of open cups have been played. People have put thousands of hours of grinding open cups, which were ruined by this card. And all you need to do is just read the tooltip and you know it. It's oh my, I'm over it. What blows my mind is it's so obvious to me. This is what I don't understand. You really don't have to be a rocket scientist. Lol, 4 attack, 4 HP. I'm telling you, the balance patch will make things worse. I didn't want to say it because I'm over it. But if I say these things now, people will be like, oh, Gaara is such a whiny bitch. But in 2 months, you will see why. I will tell you in 2 months. When everyone starts complaining about the things that I can already see, because they're so fucking obvious. But I will not point them out. I will wait for people to figure them out themselves in the next 2 months. Yeah, this card being 6 HP makes a lot of sense. This is the best card Shaman has. I mean, people needed 2 months to see that Elysiana was wrong for the game. She was just bad for the game. People needed 2 months, and I just had to read the tooltip, okay? That's the difference. So for people to see that this upcoming balance patch, which is not even out yet, why it is really bad for the game again, people will need another 2 months at least to see why. I think this is okay. Next turn we go for the Thunderhead. First of all, making Elysiana 9 mana is much better for ladder. Much better. At least something. But it is not a proper nerf. It's the same. It reminds me of when they nerfed Queststroke. And they had to nerf Queststroke 4 times and it was still playable. This is how this 9 mana change reminds me of. Like, if you change already a card, at least fucking make it properly. Balance it properly. The same with Queststroke. Like, when they already say it costs a lot of money to balance cards, right? Then at least fucking balance it properly. They had to change Queststroke 4 times and it was still broken. Do it right the first time. Like, the first thing that comes to mind, 8 mana Elysiana was broken, but then, okay, I'm teaching you how to balance cards here, okay? Blizzard, listen, I know, maybe you're watching my stream, I'm teaching you now, for free, This card was broken at 8 mana. And then you have to ask yourself the question, why? What is the problem with 8 mana, okay? Why? Because Hearthstone is a resource-based game, okay? And this card breaks the fundamental design of your beautiful game. Okay? So you get 2 additional cards, and if you bounce her back, it happened. So if you play Alpha Brewmaster or Baleful Bankland, you don't just have infinite resources, you force your opponent into turn timer. Which goes even more against the core design of the game. like the game should not go to turn timer because there is a turn timer. That means we end up in a draw. Nobody wins. You don't win, I don't win. Nobody wins. Nobody. So bouncing her back is really bad for the game, don't you think? We have infinite resources, which is already terrible for the game, and then we go on top of it to turn timer, which makes absolutely no sense, okay? Makes no sense. This card makes no sense in Hearthstone. Maybe in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or in Pokemon TCG, or like in Magic, but in Hearthstone this card makes no sense. No place for this card in this game, okay? Okay, you change it to 9 mana. Okay, what was the problem at 8 mana? Because you can bounce her back. And then you go to turn timer. But at 9 mana, can you still bounce her back? Yes, if you get the coin. Well, don't you think it's still very bad? There must be a reason that you changed the card in the first place, right? It's the same with Questroke. How can you not ask yourself the question, why do I have to, like, it's, do they just call the janitor? I know this is like a little bit like rough, what I'm saying here, but do they just call a random person to change the card? Because, like, if you are about to change a card, don't you think about how to change a card? For me, this was already stupid that Elysiana was printed at 8 mana in the first place, like I said. But if you change a card, don't you think about how you change the card? Why do you just randomly... This is what I don't get, man. You're changing the card, you're nerfing the card for a reason. Think about it, why you're nerfing it. Like I said, for all these reasons, right? You go to turn timer in the mirror, which is obviously bad. Nobody's winning. It makes no sense, right? Turn timer makes no sense. That a deck goes to turn timer, that makes no sense. It should never... Someone should win the game. But changing her to turn 9 mana, you can still bounce her back with the coin. Like, how can you not think about that? Like, this is what blows my mind. Like, how can you not even think? Like, this is the first thing that comes to most of you guys. Like what I saw on Twitter, every normal person who plays Hearthstone, this is the first thing that comes to mind. But you can still bounce her back on coin. I just don't understand. Like, but they do buff cards now. I've been saying this for years. Now, 5 years later, they're finally doing it. What I said 5 years ago. It's just better. It's also cheaper to bring more people playing the game. Also from like a business standpoint, okay? Changing some cards will sell more packs because more people play the game. If like more people playing the game is always profitable. No matter how you look at it, right? If you change old cards, people will buy old cards. You just don't change cards that are in wild, but you can always change or buff classic cards or any of the free expansions. It will result in more people playing the game and more people buying packs. That's like a no-brainer for me. If you're just talking about from a greed standpoint, okay, we are a corporation. That's why I always see like there's no excuses because they would make more money. I can guarantee you that. If the game is fun, right? If Hearthstone is fun to play, amazing to play. We're not even talking about rewards, free to play rewards, daily quests rewards or anything. If the game is super fun to play, a shit ton of more people will play the game and a shit ton more of people will spend money on the game. For me, that's a no-brainer. That's not even like making 20 expansions. Just change some existing cards, right? Or balance the game, right? Make the gaming experience more fun. If the gaming experience is fun, people will spend money. Of course, I did. Dude, I'm a whale, okay? I spent like 12, 13, 15,000 on Hearthstone, okay? In 5 years. And if I stop spending money on Hearthstone, like who is gonna spend money on Hearthstone? I play Hearthstone for a living and I don't wanna spend money on Hearthstone. Why should someone else spend money on Hearthstone? I do not want to spend money on Hearthstone anymore. And I'm fucking the target audience. Oh, here we go. They're balancing, or like they're making the game for super casuals, right? Which obviously did not work with World of Warcraft. That's what I tried with World of Warcraft. Clearly did not work. Okay? And they made the same with Hearthstone for like ultra casuals. But the ultra casuals that don't even know Twitch TV, they don't watch any tournaments, they only play Hearthstone on their mobile phone in the bathroom. They're not gonna spend money on Hearthstone. I cannot see them spend money on Hearthstone. They will just go for free-to-play rewards. Which is fine, you know? But I like targeting these people to make money blows my mind. Like, if you compare this to Fortnite, like, if you target children, right, 80-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, like super casuals, 10-year-olds, the way how you get their money is you implement funny skins, cool skins, right? If you want to target these people that don't watch any tournaments and are like super casual, the way how you debate them or their money is not by implementing a bunch of RNG. Make cool skins, make like a beautiful, I don't know, you know, some alternative avatar where you have to pay a lot of money for. They will buy those. It works. It works with other games. I'm getting too much into this. Is Shadowverse like declining in player base? I don't know. I haven't heard about Shadowverse in a long time. Like, before I got into Shadowverse, I asked people that play... I asked Thijs, actually, how is Shadowverse? And he said it's like a lot of RNG, same as Hearthstone. But it got worse too. So I was not interested in playing Shadowverse. Like, I can't say I didn't play it. But that's what made me not even try it. And then he plays Chef Nomi and we lose, lol. There's so many things in this game. Shadowverse is dead. I think another thing that is already concerning or wrong is whenever I ask someone, are you guys, like when I don't enjoy the game, I ask people, do you guys enjoy the game? And then most people always say, no, but I like watching other people play the game. But that's already wrong, right? The game should not be like that. The game should be good that you want to play the game, not watch someone else like play the game. Like, it should be that you like it so much that you do watch someone else play it, but you also like playing it yourself at least. That is already like super concerning. If people just watch others instead because the game is so frustrating to play it yourself. You see, we got a little bit more lucky and then suddenly we win every game.